This is the water heater video. Let's see what we can come up with here. Where'd you go? Well, so much for my big show. I saw a mouse in here. That's what this is about. No, this is about the water heater. Stay on track here, but we're missing our thimble up there. And see the texture inside of this closet? It's called popcorn texture. Now, I don't do asbestos inspections. I don't do environmental inspections like for mice. But that said, a lot of times there's asbestos in this popcorn texture. And if it's ever taken care of, you need to wear the proper protection, meaning, if you're addressing it yourself or whoever is, you need a respirator, and needs to be bagged up and then taken to an environmental, waste site, toxic waste site. That's even if it's asbestos or not, just treat it like it is. There's no sense in testing it. Just treat it like it is, and you can encapsulate it. If you paint over this, that's encapsulation. But just know that's what this material. There's a probability that there's that in this material, right up in there, and we can't really tell, but we can see indications that your electric bonding is on the cold water side of the water heater. Again, we do not have a thimble. The insulation should have continued on to the tank. Insulation should have been on the temperature pressure relief valve. This guy right here. You feel it, that's where your heat is. And of course we're oozing a little bit of mustard down here. And up here, this is the burning compartment. Electronic ignition will be able to open this up. You see the scorch marks? So it's not venting right. It's not venting like it should. And over here we learned that it's manufactured in 2010. This equipment lasts, and it's 50 gallons. This equipment lasts about 10 years. It's 11 years old. It's about time. It's just about time. Now, according to Dallas, and we're in Dallas County, okay, but according to Dallas, this drain line should have an air break inside the same room where the water heater is located. We don't have a care and use manual. The gas line should have a sediment trap. Now, when this was replaced 11 years ago, because this home is older than 11 years, they said, well, you need a safety pan. So they got one. Yay. They got a safety pan drain. They got one of those too. But it drains into the garage. Right there. On the floor in front of the electric service panel. Imagine that. So what did we learn? We learned we got a mouse. We learned that we don't have a thimble. We learned that we're missing some insulation. We learned that we do not have an air gap. We learned that we do not have a care and use manual. We learned that we do not have a sediment trap for the gas line. We learned that we've got a little bit of blow-by right here from improper venting. We also learned that the tank is starting to ooze. It's 11 years old. They last about 10. We learned that. We learned that a secondary drain line, a safety pan drain line, had been installed with the best intentions, but it terminates inside the garage and underneath the electric service panel. This drain line on the exterior, even though you do not have an air gap in here, but it does terminate correctly. It does terminate correctly, so we got that going for us.